What's up, everybody out there on YouTube? Jim Wreckage, Will Hughes, 1/2. Today we're going to go in depth. We're going to give you the leg experience, Jim Wreckage leg experience. We're going to do squats as the fundamental exercise for today, along with some exercise. We're going to go in depth with how we do squats, our squat form, rep range, how heavy we do our weights, and from there on we'll talk about the auxiliaries. Let's get it. So I'm gonna show you how I do my squats. Me personally, I'm a high bar squatter. So I duck under, push up. I take 3 steps back. 1, 2, 3. You don't want to take too many steps because you'll waste more energy. My feet are shoulder length apart, maybe a little bit more. Feet are planted with how I walk, more so is trying to keep my feet straight. When I come down, my first movement is pushing my hips back, then coming down, come up. I'm trying to break parallel. That's my form. Now let's add some weight.
All right, so I do the low bar squat. Bar placement is on my traps in the back. It's better for me that way. It allows me to lift more weight because I like to lift. I like to go really, really heavy. So the low bar squats will work for me. The way I have my hand placed on these rings, I usually put my middle finger, ring finger, middle finger on that on a little ring or crease on the bar. And so by low, like this would be high bar, so by low bar, the bar comes right on, sits right on the traps. So you can see high bar, low bar. Come up, 1, 2 steps out. I generally like to stay about shoulder width with my feet. Feet pointed slightly out, stand on the heels, looking up straight, squeezing the bar. Butt comes out first. Boom. And when I come down, I like to spread out my knees, so my hips, so I can have a little more flexibility and get deeper. Just like that, boom. Boom. Stand on your heels. You don't want to be on your toes, you want to stay on your heels. So what I like to do is point my toes up, look up straight, boom, so I can stay on the heel. Just like that. Now, you don't have to come all the way down here. You could go just parallel, which would be like right here, or a little bit under parallel. Now it's time to add some more weight.
All right, so the type of body I have, I got a long femur, so squatting is real tough for me. I've switched my form so many times, but one thing that I learned is that even taking the weights off the rack is essential. So like I said, 3 steps, and then for me, I used to come down with my knees first. Right now, I know now, you come down with your hips first, your butt first, then you break your knees. As you're coming down, your knees can come out a little bit, boom, explode out. So, like he was talking about, he does low bar, I do high bar. I like the way it feels better. That's why I do high bar. That's the only reason.
All right, so now I got 315 on here. For most people, this would be considered heavy weight. So There's a technique when you're lifting heavy weight. What you want to do is you want to keep everything tight. So when I pick the bar up, you want to take a deep breath in. Squat down, hold your breath, come up, blow it out. Now, if you're doing a lot of reps, like if you're doing maybe 8 reps or something like that, no, this is for low reps, maybe, you know, three reps, maybe 5. It's just for when you're trying to move heavy weight as quickly as possible, and so you want to keep everything tight. It's powerlifting technique. I like to get mentally focused when I come over to heavy weight. So, get my mind right. Weight up, 2 steps back, breathing technique. So get back in. When you hold all that air in, you're keeping everything tight, you're keeping everything locked in. Because when you lift the heavy weight, you don't want to be lackadaisical. You don't want to just pick it up and expect you about to squat down and come back up with some force. You want to come back up as fast as possible. So make sure you get that breathing right, keep that core and everything tight and locked in. Stay mentally focused and hit that heavy weight. All right, so for those of you who are, I guess you could say don't really have good squat form, and you want to get squat form and you're scared to go parallel, scared to go deep, here's a good technique that I've used for some other people that has helped the squat form out, is getting a bench, coming behind it with the bar on, your feet by shoulder width, tapping it, shoot up. Don't sit on it. It's tapping it, shoot up. Tapping it, shoot up. Now, I know a lot of people, generally they never squatted before, they're kind of scared to go deep. So, in order to prepare yourself mentally, you can get on the squats, boom, tap it, shoot up. Just tap it though. And that's just a good technique if you scared to squat or if you scared to get deep and you want to improve your form, and just use that bench as a guideline, and then eventually you build up the confidence to come over here and squat without it. I'll show you. Let's go. Shoot up. Shoot up. Shoot up. Shoot up. So, a lot of people are asking me what's a good rep range or sets. So if you're squatting, I generally, goes for ladies and men, I wouldn't go over 10 reps. And if you're trying to build strength, I probably wouldn't go over 5 reps. I would keep it like, if you're trying to like get your strength up, 4 or 5 sets, 3 to 5 reps, something that's 80% or higher of your 1 rep max. But most people are really just trying to get in shape. I know a lot of ladies, they want to get their legs toned up. They want to get, you know what I'm saying, shape up their butt and all that. So I would stay within that. I would say 4 to 10 rep range, maybe even 8, because your legs, they respond better to heavier weight. So if you're trying to come in here and, you know, if you're a man and you're trying to get your legs bigger or just for, or you know what I'm saying, just build the size, or if you're a girl and you want your butt bigger, you come in here doing 5 sets of 15 reps with something light, it's not gonna happen. And everybody's genetics is different. You may see some results, but generally it's not gonna happen. You want to get some heavy weight up on there. So, and no, I don't mean putting anything crazy on there to where, you know, you can only do 1 rep. I mean putting the weight on there that's challenging to where you get to 8 reps. You should be, you know what I'm saying, that 7th or 8th rep should be tiresome to you. Like, you shouldn't just be able to get it easily. You know, I would recommend, you know, keeping around like 5 sets of squats, you know, and then just playing with the rep ranges from, you know, 4 to 8, 4 to 10, you know, switch it up, you know, switch it up every 3 to 5 weeks. The first 3 weeks you might want to do, you know, come in here and do 4 sets to 8. You might want to switch up and do 4 sets to 5. You may want to switch up, and you may want to do start off with a set of 10, a set of 8, a set of 6, a set of 4, a set of 2 going heavy. So it just depending on, you know what I'm saying, knowing your body, knowing which rep range fits you best, but your legs respond to heavy weight. So if you're a lady and you truly want to get your butt bigger, you're going to want to go heavy. But what's heavy for you? Not necessarily 315. 135 may be heavy for you. You know what I'm saying? 155 may be heavy for you. Now, you want to make sure your form of technique is right. So if you have to start with just the bar, which is 45 pounds, or if you have to get one of the other barbells that are smaller, maybe 25, 35, to just work on your form and confidence, I advise you to do that. Just, you want to make sure that your form is right with squats, because you don't want to hurt your knees, your lower back. So you can start with just the bar. And yes, the bar may be light for you, but at least you'll be working on your form and technique, and then you build the confidence to maybe add a 5 or 10 on each side to get to something that's heavy to you, to where, you know, you could do, I would say, 5 sets of 5 reps with something that's moderately heavy for you, whether you're maybe a guy or a woman, but you're going to see results with leg size and glute size with that heavy weight on, you know what I'm saying, moderate to heavy weight. You know, you don't want to go light and just hit 15, 20 reps. If you want to do a burnout set, that's fine, but your legs, especially for men, all your testosterone is right here. You know what I'm saying? You ignite all that testosterone with heavy weight. So you don't come in here 135 unless you're just working on your form. That's cool. But once you get into your working sets, you go want some heavy weight on there. For me, I generally do a couple warm-up sets, generally 315. I go up as my warm-up, then next I get into my working sets, maybe 365, and I'm hitting 3 to 5 reps, trying to build up that 1 rep max. But in general, even if you don't care about the 1 rep max and you just want to build overall leg size, you got to go heavy. You got to, you know. And I don't mean be a pilot and put 500 pounds on there. Like I said, this may be heavy for you, 315. That's fine, but doing 15, 20 reps and thinking that your legs are going to grow, your glutes are going to grow the way you want them to grow, it's not going to happen. So get you some heavy weight. I wouldn't go over 10 reps, maybe even 8, and I bet you'll see some results. Switch up your program every 3 to 5 weeks.